Hey Virgo, good to see you. Thanks for dropping in with me. We are here to do your mirrored moon read and just see what's coming in for you this lunar cycle. It's a mirrored moon because we had that full moon in Capricorn that came in the other day on the 21st of June. And we got another one also in Capricorn coming up on July 21st. It is an initiatory gateway. And it's interesting because I'm still noticing these little damsel flies that I have outside the window here. They came up in the Cancer read and it's continued on through Leo and now it finds its way to you. There may be a clue there, but I do think it has something to do with the reality tunnel we're moving through. And it's interesting because there was one dragonfly that got loose from this web, okay? But now there's a dragonfly back that's free of the web and it's just kind of like hanging out, like checking things out. So I feel like somebody was caught up in a particular situation that involved two other people and they were able to get free of some kind of illusion or confusion that was spun in this situation. They were able to make a break from it, okay? And where we last left off with Leo, there was a big old fat spider there that was preparing to take care of the other dragonfly that remained, okay? So somebody got free here, I have to say, just in the nick of time from a really sticky situation. But that other well, it's not a dragonfly, it's a damselfly, but it's the same kind of energy. It really is. They carry the same kind of medicine. It's all about illusion, okay? What's really interesting, though, is that damselfly that the spider was approaching in Leo's read is now like all bundled up, like the spider's saving it for later. So somebody fell into some trap, okay? I don't know who the spider is in your situation. It could be you, Virgo, or it could be somebody else, but somebody is spinning a certain web here, a web of illusion, a web of confusion, and somebody's broken free and they're kind of staying a safe distance from this one that's all caught up. Maybe they're trying to figure out how they can set this other free, okay? I did get a message for you that you are going to have somebody advance towards you. And this is somebody that you do consider a friend. You do have warm feelings toward this person. I do feel that this person means the best for you, but they are kind of under the influence of somebody questionable. Okay, it might be somebody you're connected to in your social circle. And there's a little bit of energy here you need to be aware of. I do feel like you might really want to move forward with this person, but something might be cautioning you to just sort of like hold it off, just wait a little bit. And I think that's really wise. I do feel like you're coming into some major growth here, okay? There is some abundance coming into your life. There's some blessing coming into your life, but only if you really play your cards right, okay? Because you could get caught up in a bit of seduction, I have to say. And if you do, it could be your downfall. There may be somebody coming in who's like taking something from the playbook of one of their friends that's connected to you. And they think maybe because you're on more of a, you know, amicable terms, let's say, that they might be able to kind of play the same kind of game with you that this other had played before. You'll know what that means for you, okay? It's just sort of how it's coming through. Somebody is in connection with another that's trying to kind of like find a way in where they've been closed out. I got that. Like you cut somebody off or you said no more access for you. And this person is connected to whoever is approaching you on very friendly terms. And I do feel this is somebody that does mean the best, but they might be kind of like straddling both sides of the fence, I have to say, you know, playing both ends to the middle. There's a little bit of compromising energy there. So where you might feel really tempted to just like jump into this, you would be better off biding your time because I see there's something that will come to fruition for you. Yeah, I mean, it's not the right timing to come into connection with this soulmate. You may feel it's a soulmate, okay, with the 6 of Cups here and the strength on the other side. There could be a Leo connected to this situation. And I think you're going to suspect this, okay? I do feel like you're moving into this like Empress, Emperor energy. There's a lot that you're growing in your life, but you could get tricked up by this. I said tricked up. You could get tricked up by this energy that wants to trip you up from the past, okay? It could be connected to a Leo. You might want to look out for this, especially as we head into Leo season with that next full moon that comes in. It might bring something to light that has been hidden. I think you really need to sort of like dig deeper with this character, whoever it is that's approaching you. You know there's more to the story than what they're sharing with you. They're omitting a big part of the story of what happened there in the past, and you would be best off digging a little deeper here. All right. Oh, I also wanted to let you know in your pre-shuffle, because I prepared the Angel Tarot, you know, did all my cutting of the decks and shuffling, same with this glow in the dark tarot here. And there were 2 cards from the occult tarot that snuck their way into the Angel Tarot. And so I felt that was significant for you. So this is what you need to watch out for here. We got the Knight of Cups coming in with that devilish Ace of Wands there. Okay, we got some goat energy coming in there. That could be Year of the Goat in Chinese astrology. It could also be a Capricorn energy. Knight of Cups, that's water sign energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Ace of Wands is somebody wanting to take some kind of strong action, you know. They got some heat behind it. And with the Knight of Cups, this is coming in such a way where it could be romantically tinged. It's possible. It does say here that they're learning some secrets from someone who's teaching them how to make weapons using the art of seduction. Okay. So they might be getting instruction from somebody else. They might, like I said, you know, they're kind of playing both sides of the fence. You want to be aware of this. It says causes all love that may be, both of men and of women. It could be this person is being sent in to sort of like test the waters, you know. Can they get you to be more receptive to this character that you cut out of the picture? I feel like that might be what's coming in, but it is a little bit of trickery. So you do need to be aware of this. Where you have suspicions, just refrain from acting. I feel like that is really important here. I'm just going to put those back on the occult tarot deck. We'll see if we need to dive into those. This is for any significant Virgo placement, okay? Or if you have a prominent placement in the 6th house. Also, if you are Pisces rising, that makes you a Virgo descendant, and you may find a lot of resonance with these reads, especially in terms of relationships or anytime you're dealing with the other person sitting across the bargaining table with you, and you will be with this lunar cycle. It is a mirrored energy, so it's a lot about what you're seeing reflected around you. We do have harsh aspects with this lunar cycle. That full moon came in with a square to Neptune, which creates a lot of glamour, a lot of illusion, a lot of confusion, very much that 7 of Cups energy. And then we also have what's called a provocative pattern with Pluto forming a King 6 that came in with that moon. Okay, so that just amplifies things, amplifies the paranoia, amplifies the feelings of not being able to trust, having suspicions, okay? And also more of the shadow element at the forefront. There is a positive element in play, and that is a trine. Neptune. Is there nepotism in play in the situation? Oh, interesting. You might be dealing with a situation where you feel like, why am I not advancing the way I should be advancing in terms of your work, in terms of your finances? You might be dealing with a situation where nepotism is playing a role, okay, where somebody's got an in because of who they know. Maybe they're using some of those contacts to their advantage. There's something you should be aware of there, okay? It has nothing to do with your marriage, okay? So I feel like where you're growing something for yourself, keep your nose to the grindstone, right? You'll find the way through. You will, all right? Don't get caught up in the illusion that you don't have the ability to carve your own way, because I feel like you do. That was interesting for that to come in. But I digress. Neptune trine Pluto, okay? So that means that you can take calculated risks. You can think of innovative ways to get around obstacles. In any area where you want to break from the pack, do something kind of your way, put your own creative slant on it that you feel will really benefit the collective, move you into greater fulfillment, go that way. It does require you might go your own way. Others may join you down the road, okay? I also feel like you're ending a major chapter in your life in terms of your relationships, okay? There might be a lot of relationships that you are releasing, and that's not just, you know, romantic unions, but you could also be in the process of letting go of certain friendships, certain business associations, all right? I feel like you're really going through a revamp in this area. And I don't think that you're moving away from situations necessarily with like any kind of real bitterness. It's more that you just realize like time's up. It's time for me to move in a different direction here. Yeah, time's up. This is not the dream that I want fulfilled, okay? So interesting the way that that came out. That's just your initial download. So we got these two moons. Let's see what's coming up for you during this cycle. All right. We also got fixed star spiculum making us a little too brave in areas where we should hold our horses a little bit. I do feel like you need to hold your horses when this opportunity comes in. Okay. Because I feel like you're on the track with something right now that you're developing, and this could really distract you and trip you up. All right. Don't fall for this. Yeah, look at this. There's something you're trying to invest in right now, and you could really lose the plot and throw this out of balance right before it's about to manifest for you. Question the timing of the approach. There's something significant about the approach and the timing with it. Crossing energy, a tower. You see what I'm saying? Okay? They're wanting to bring something down. There's two different crossing energies here. What's the crossing energy over here? Oh, we got the Hanged Man to the Five of Cups in reverse. Somebody's trying to throw something in reverse. They got dealt a tower here, okay? Woo! And they're wanting to turn that around, but they feel like they need your help. You know, they need you to assist them. But if somebody's going through a tower, it's like you got to let that tower fall. There's a reason why people go through towers, all right? I feel like this is like, I want to trade places with you. I have to say, in all honesty, it's like this person wants to swap places with you. And if you get caught up trying to help this person get out of the bind they got themselves in, I feel like it's going to really hold you up, and it's going to lead to a tower for you. Now, see, isn't that interesting? Because you got the damselfly hanging out there, keeping an eye on this one that's caught up. Don't play Captain Save-A-Ho. I mean, that could really work against you in this situation, you know. Sometimes you have to just let the chips fall where they may. Sometimes the loving thing is to let somebody lose. Wow. I went to say let somebody lose. Is there a sense of like who wins, who loses here? That's strange. I question any area where you're starting to look at things through that lens that there's a winner and a loser. Because if you're looking through things, if you're looking at things through that lens, then already you've lost the plot, okay? Because that's not what it's about. What I was going to say is sometimes you have to let somebody learn their lessons. You know, you helping them is not really helping them. It's more like co-opting on the BS. And you could be getting yourself in a compromising situation because you feel like, well, I just want to help this person. You have a soft spot for them, all right? But there is something questionable here, because I do feel like whenever this advance comes your way, you already suspect something. There could be a Pisces connected to this situation. There could be a Scorpio connected to this situation. There potentially could be an Aries connected to this situation with the Tower there and the Hanged Man, okay? Let these chips fall where they may. What you may not see is that this is actually the thing that can turn things around for this individual and set them free. It's like they need to get a different perspective of a situation. If you just swoop into the rescue, not only are you going to lose what you're building here for yourself, but you're denying them the opportunity to step into their empowerment. What do we got here? Page of Swords. Okay, so I feel like you already have this energy is hanging out on the periphery. I do feel like this is an energy that you drew some lines under, like you blocked this individual, you pulled your energy away from this person, and this person is keeping an eye on things and they're trying to hatch some kind of strategy here. I get that they're going to use somebody to come in to speak on their behalf, that's somebody you feel very friendly towards, all right? And this is what you need to be mindful of. It's to swap places. It's to swap places, I have to say. Give me some more details about this for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know about this situation? What does Virgo need to know about this situation that's coming in for them this lunar cycle? What's the correct way for them to handle this situation? What do they need to be mindful of? The illusion, the glamour, the confusion, okay? Anytime you start feeling confused about what you should do, do not just like sort of like throw caution to the wind and go, well, I'll just pick one. No, no, no. Stop. Stop. And allow the waters to settle. You know, if you start feeling like really emotionally churned up, stop. That's a clue for you to stop and just allow things to settle and maybe even move into this position of the observer. So you can spot what is real, what's truth, and what's illusion. What's a lie in this situation? What's really going on here? And as this person comes forward, this Knight of Cups, and they're extending this offer towards you, what's really being offered there? You see, there's a lot of possibilities. This person could be bringing in some kind of trickery. They could be bringing in some kind of deception. They could be using their words in a clever way to have you buying into a lie, or maybe they're coming in with temptation. Maybe they're trying to flatter you, cater to your ego, and you know, they know how to work that energy to sort of get you right where they want you. Right? They may be promising you castles in the sky. They may be presenting an opportunity for some fast money, or to have some kind of perceived victory or power over another. Or they might want to come in and weaken your defenses so they can get access to what they were denied, I have to say. But really, it's anyone's guess here. There's something unknown here. And you would be wise to let all the pieces of the puzzle fall into place before you act in this situation. We got air sign energy there, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And right with that, we got the Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck, okay? Water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and right behind that, the Sun, Leo. Whatever's happening here, there is a desire to blot out some happiness, some success that's on the horizon for you. And it's something you've been working really hard on. You've been working very hard to build this for yourself. And you may feel like, you know, you can just be trusting. You may feel that you've known this person a long time. This could be a person that you've known since you were young. You have a certain trust with this person. And so there's a part of you that feels like there should be no hesitation in me moving forward with this person. And yet something inside is kind of sending off alarms. And that's what you really need to pay attention to. It was 1911 on the clock when I said that. 10-11. Do you see what I mean? 10 is the number of needing to bring certain things into closure so that you can head into a new cycle. And this new cycle that you're heading in is bringing you into alignment with something that you've been building for yourself. It's a dream you have for yourself. It's a vision you have for yourself. It's some kind of happiness that you're supposed to move into, but it can get blotted out if you allow these sort of shadowy elements to infiltrate this light that you're building in your life. And there we go, 10 of Cups in reverse. Don't lose the plot. It's important that you really stand up and hold your ground with the ground you've earned through your hard work, right? I'm telling you, you will have opposition to this. You will. And you just need to be prepared for it. And the more prepared you are, the more unaffected you will be by this. It's only if you allow yourself to get taken off guard or succumb to some spirit of nostalgia, or let this person pluck your heartstrings and remember the way it used to be. Well, it's not the way it used to be. Everything has changed. You've changed, you've grown. And so the energy needs to meet you in a different way, all right? And don't fall for your own desire to just sort of like put on the rose-colored glasses and be like, oh, it's fine. You know, even though inside you're like, something's a little off. For you, everything has to do with timing, synchronicity. And I feel like this is just a little too early of a leap. You need to just wait for a few more pieces of the puzzle to fall into place. That's sort of like the hunch I got here. Right, one more round, and then I'm going to do a Coven deck, and then we'll jump into the Angel Tarot to see what specific spiritual guidance wants to come in for you around this. I mean, it looks like you're right on track, but somebody could be coming in to divert your attention and have you heading in another direction that could sabotage some kind of moment of arrival, some kind of moment of celebration that's on deck for you. The cup, 3 of Cups there. Yeah, bottom of the deck. In reverse. This could have something to do with your work, something you've been working on. This is wanting to be sabotaged, right? Again, that nepotism piece comes in. Somebody may know some people in high places, or they may have some kind of connections where they can make things difficult for you, all right? So where you feel like, oh, I just need to kind of put this on pause a little bit with the 4 of Swords here, because some truth is nagging at you and you're like, I don't know. I feel like there's something hidden here with the moon. You're absolutely right. Look at this with the High Priestess right behind that. And with that, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse to the 9 of Pentacles in reverse to the 3 of Wands in reverse. You see what I'm saying? And this deck was thoroughly shuffled. All these cards were set upright. All right, so this is some tricky energy. Again, Piscean energy, super strong. Cancerian energy, also. And we even see here reference to Scorpio, okay, in this particular deck. You're just about to find your way through this gateway of initiation that gets you beyond the shadow realm and into the light, into the joy, into the success, into a happy, productive time in your life where you're getting beyond the illusion. But if you get trapped in the illusion, you're going to suffer a tower. You're not going to just suffer one tower. I feel like you're going to suffer a couple of towers here. You could stand to lose really big here. I feel that, right? You need to question things where it doesn't feel right to you. There is somebody here that's got a lot of secrets. There's something they're hiding here, and they have hidden motivations. High Priestess energy, okay? Is associated with Pisces, is associated with Cancer, but this could be anybody who also feels that they are a High Priestess. I always have suspicions about people who feel they are high priestesses. To me, it's sort of a little bit of arrogance that defies the role. I don't think that you call yourself a high priestess. I think that that's something that others start to call you because they recognize the position you hold. You know, power, true power speaks for itself. It's those who feel like they need such titles that you need to be careful of. So this might be somebody who likes to really like play that role, like I'm a high priestess. They may even be a high priestess, okay? This could be somebody that's part of some kind of, you know, magic circle potentially here. But do you see what's going on here? It's like this advance is not good for you, Virgo. Look at you, Virgo. There's your card, Hermit, in reverse. Snuffing out your light, getting you lost, getting you stuck in the in-between place. I feel like you're trying to help this character. You may be trying to help this character. You might be trying to help somebody out, help them get out of an in-between place that they put themselves in, and they really want to swap with you. And you need to be careful of this, because look what you stand to lose here. You've been doing all this healing work, pouring into yourself, cleansing away the energy of the past. Some of you have even been doing some spiritual cleansing because you've felt some negative energy around you. Well, all of that will go to waste. And everything you've been growing here with the Nine of Pentacles will also go all to waste. This is going to set you back. And everything that's about to come in for you is going to be rerouted here. You need to be aware of this because somebody here wants to celebrate. And this is your celebration. There's something that's earmarked for you, but you could really lose this by, you know, I hate to say it, but by having a soft spot and wanting to help somebody out of a jam who doesn't have your best interest at heart. I feel like somebody is being kind of like played here in this situation, and you need to be mindful of this, all right? Yeah. Let's turn this whole deck around, okay? Because there's some kind of heartache here that wants to come to a close for you, but you could find yourself going right back into this place. I'm going to turn this energy around here, okay? And we're going to do a cut of the deck. And then I'm going to bring out some clarification with the angels. It comes out reversed. Isn't this wild? Okay, look at this. You're meant to release this burden. This is not your burden to carry. Don't let them put it on you. Makes me think of that song, Take a Load, Fanny. Fanny, Annie, it's come in at this channel before in both ways. And then I found out that it's called by both names, probably because of some weird like Mandela effect thing. Or some people think it's Fanny and some people think it's Annie. So they're like, forget it. We're just going to call it Take a Load Off Fanny Annie. Okay. So don't let them put that load right on you. Okay. Don't be so willing to play the martyr. It's not going to earn you any brownie points. It's not like you're going to get some treat for doing that. All you're going to do is screw yourself. Okay. So you do need to act in your own self-interest here. Okay. And I know you got a big heart. Okay. You do. You got a big heart. And that's very admirable. All right. But you need to be aware that not everybody you're dealing with is being genuine in this situation. If you just hold out a little bit, things will become a lot clearer for you. So don't make any rash moves, okay? I'm going to pull out the angel cards here, and we're going to see what Angel Tarot has to say about this, because I feel like some spiritual guidance needs to come into this situation just to clear up matters a little bit. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords, okay? So this energy is going to come in pretty swiftly, and it'll come in with communication. And, you know, this is a helpful energy that's coming in here, I have to say. Air sign energy. It says intellectual richness and protects the fertility of women. And so for me, what this is really speaking of is moving into that Empress energy. The Empress is fertile. Like, her dreams come to fruition. What she invests in grows, right? So you're in this place where you're really about to see the fruits of your labor, and there's a lot that's going to be birthed into your life. A lot of new beginnings, a lot of abundance, a lot of blessings, and also you're just going to feel like you're really in a good place of empowerment. I do feel like there's somebody here, potentially an air sign energy, that does want you to, you know, have this preserved. And so you might be getting some kind of guidance from this person. They might, you know, put you in the loop about something you need to be aware of, right? But when anything starts to feel a little off, like, this person may have good intentions. They may think they're helping somebody else out here, okay? They may think that they're helping resolve an issue. But where they say, oh, you know, so-and-so was talking to me the other day, and you feel like it's a segue to try to like loop somebody back in that you already distanced yourself from, that's where you need to kind of pump the brakes and go, wait a minute here. Like, I'm cool with you, but what's going on here? I do feel like this is somebody that's kind of like playing both sides of the fence. And whatever situation you're dealing with here, you can't have that around you. It's too much divided loyalty, and it's problematic, okay? So let me go ahead and shuffle this a few more times, all right? What does Virgo need to be aware of during this lunar cycle that got kicked off on June 21st with the full moon, and will be culminating with the full moon Also in Capricorn on July 21st. What does Virgo need to know in order to take best advantage of this lunar cycle and maintain the progress that they've made? What does Virgo need to do in this situation? What's in their best interest, angels? Okay. Queen of Cups. Okay, so there's somebody you're going to come into alignment with. I see that. You had King of Cups and here's Queen of Cups. And this is union. So there is somebody you're supposed to come into alignment with. And there's redemption here. And you're also protected against some enemies. So like I said, you do need to be mindful of just rushing into a situation if something's feeling off. Because I do feel like there's a little interfering energy coming in around this alignment for you. Again, I feel like it's a matter of timing. Okay, so just wait for the correct timing. You'll know. You'll know. I feel like you're going to be getting something to rest for at least the next 4 weeks. Truth with the Queen of Swords here. Okay. Big Libra energy, but it could be any air sign energy. It could also be Gemini. It could be an Aquarius, right? There's something you need to know about here. And I do feel like somebody's giving you some advice or somebody's giving you some counsel, or you do have an ally in your corner. And if you follow the counsel or, you know, get the illumination that this person can provide you. So you might want to ask somebody if they can, you know, give you some insight into a situation or something. It says you'll acquire all the treasures of heaven and earth. Okay, so there's some kind of blessing energy coming in here for sure, but it could get sabotaged. And with that, 7 of Cups. Do you see? Look at the angels pointing at the hourglass. It's like, pay attention. It's all about timing here. It's all about timing here. Because time's up on something, and it says contemplation will make the truth known. All right? So don't just buy something right off the bat. Give it a little time to sort of like reveal its hand to you. I got that, right? And let me do a cut of the deck here and just get final energy coming in for this. Oh, justice. Boom. You may be dealing with a Libra, okay? You may be balancing something out with a Libra, right? This is good energy. Justice is in the affirmative, in your favor. And it says justice will make the truth known and it will cause innocence to prevail. Okay, this is good energy right here. You want to see justice coming up like that, all right? And with that, 9 of Cups, that is wish fulfillment. There is some kind of fulfillment here on offer. There's also healing. And it says it can prevent any kind of dis-ease, okay? So in this case, disease is coming in the form of what works, you know, in a very insidious way, what slowly erodes and can create loss if you're not aware of it. So there is something here. When I think of Queen of Swords energy, Queen of Swords puts the head before the heart, you know? Queen of Swords has to be objective and look at all sides of the situation and think about what is in the best interest for all. And that does mean at times sort of entertaining 33 on the clock, okay? This is important just to secure your vision, right? It's a building block for your future. Queen of Swords will entertain, all right, all viewpoints. That is why Queen of Swords is known as a bit of a devil's advocate, because they know that when it comes to matters of truth, there's always your story, my story, and then the truth is kind of somewhere in between. And everybody has their own perspectives of situations that are based solely on their personal desires, their experience. And there's something you're having to resolve here. And it does require you to use really sound judgment and to take in the viewpoints, yes, but don't make any decisions until you've really had a chance to weigh something out. You do. And there is some kind of wish fulfillment here for you. And it looks really good. All right. Don't blow it. And don't try to rescue somebody who got themselves into their own jam. 33 on the clock. Do you want to go and interrupt somebody's lesson? Be careful. You go and interrupt somebody's lesson, that lesson is going to become yours. And that's what you need to remember.